Hi everybody and welcome to this Pro Division qualifying round video for the Rewind tournament here on the BK Golf Flash YouTube channel. Please give me a thumb up if you don't mind and make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Qualifying round guide for tournament wins coming up. There is expert content for qualifying round on the channel homepage as well. If you are seeing this video later on in the week, although the wind directions change, you will still be able to utilise some of the approaches here, but you may need to tweak, of course, the spins and adjustments slightly. But we'll give you an idea of the routes you might want to take. Plenty of drops here to have a look at, so take a token or two, get familiar, and good luck, everybody. Let's get started with hole number 1. On this par 4, we're going to lay up down the right-hand side. No chance of sending it to green with this wind angle. 4.5 top spin, 2 bars side spin to the left with the Titan and the extra mile, setting up with the red ring touching the rough on the left. Extra mile 8, top of +5. Extra mile 6 and 7 will be at the top of +7. Extra mile 9, if you had that, will be, of course, at the top of +4. Aiming as shown here once your spin is added, but the reference is, of course, the red ring at the relevant plus yardage as advised. Adjust max +10. Power 3 settings. Important to hit perfect on this one. Minor greats should be still okay, but the problem with a great ball here, it might throw your reference off for the second shot. So it's important to try and get a perfect, but you'll still get the birdie, even if you hit a minor great left and right, and you'll still find the fairway. Get that extra little glitch roll that we're looking to have there with the curl, as I was going with, 348 yards. Second shot, we're going to add 2 bars of backspin using the Grizzly set up as shown here in the video. And we're going to use the plus yards displayed. We're aiming at the right edge of the cup, ball guide stopping 2 green squares short. So 2 bars backspin and set up with the ball guide pointing right edge of the cup, stopping 2 green squares short. +4 with Grizzly 7 and 8 is going to be 92% slider, 5% elevation. It's 2% per yard. If you were setting up at +2, you're nearer, so you would reduce and play 88% slider instead. +4 with Grizzly 8. If you've got Grizzly 9, that would be +1 for you. Perfect ball away, and the offset works beautifully, and we're dropping it right at the pin. On to this par 3 here, we're going to set up with the sniper and a power 2 ball. In my case, that's going to be the Katana for the for the 3 bars of left spin, and we're going to use the complete minimum distance line. So backspin and left spin with the ball guide beyond the pin. It's about 1 green square at the minimum distance line with your power 2 ball. Then we're going to adjust mid +10, power 2, which for me is going to be 5.9 rings. And then you'll see here, the reason we're setting up beyond the pin is the wind, of course, with this headwind angle is going to push us short, and it will result in us being able to drop that. Got to leave the ball guide beyond, though, otherwise you will come in short. Catches the pin nicely for the hole in 1. Onto the par 5 here. Quarterback, we're going to play with 1.5 top spin and 3 left spin. Once again, using a Katana here for the 3 bars side spin. A white ring touching the rough on the right at the top of +2 with the quarterback level 9. Plus would be top of +6 with QB 7 and 8. I believe. 1-on-1 is the adjustment, so 6.8 wind, adjust 6.8 rings, and we're going with outer wall curl to the left. Perfect ball here, minor greats will still be fine. You'll still be comfortably on the fairway, finding the middle of the fairway nicely here. A good consistent drive distance to set up our approach shot. Going to be around 308 yards. Red ring bunker check, RBC on the notepad. Have the ball guide in line with the pin and the bottom left of the red ring touching the sand. +7 is going to be the reference we're using, and that will be mid-distance minus 10% elevation. We're using 4 bars of top spin. Here I'm setting up with a ball guide about 1 green square short of the pin because of the tailwind angle. Okay, so pause the video, take a screenshot if you can. Always good to take a token or two as well, get familiar with the setups here and put in any tweaks you might need to. So mid-distance, minus 10% elevation on this one, because this does play uphill. Not really much second bounce to deal with a rough bump. And we'll see how this comes in. Perfect ball away, no curl. Centre ball, no overpower, just hit perfect, catches the rough very nicely, and the topspin takes us on. And we just sneak this one in. You might want to aim slightly to the left to drop dead centre. We're going to start with a basic ball on this par 3, adding 5 bars of backspin. And then we're setting up with the red ring touching the rough and the ball guide. You want to be in that funnel with the ball guide to the hole. You'll see I can move slightly to the left and the right. The ball guide doesn't change. Then I reduce to 4.2 backspin, still with the basic ball because I don't want any unwanted side. And then I switch to my navigator. We then adjust a max plus 20 power 2 settings, and regardless of your sniper level here, we're always going to use sniper 10 numbers. That's because we're not setting up at max distance of club, but the club accuracies are the same. So max plus 20 power 2 settings. Might need a wind angle tweak or two if you have a slightly different wind angle in qualifying round, but a good chance nonetheless. Catches the funnel very nicely onto the green. And we sneak this in on the right side. Maybe a click of left curl would help you bring it in straight at the pin. On to this par 4, we're going to go aggressive with a berserker. Now we want to go with 0.8 backspin and 2 bars side spin to the left. Then we're going to set up with the ball guide, the bullseye just over the rough line where it gets clipped away by the rough. Top of plus 24 with extra mile 8, plus 26 with extra mile 6 and 7, plus 23 with extra mile level 9. Then you adjust max plus 10 power 5, full overpower, slow needle, and just over half a ball of curl to the left. We want to try and get this one in for the hole in one if we can. It will need a little bit of luck or a lot of tweaking with wind angles, but you're going to be close. You can tweak the curl based on this miss. Just missing on the right-hand side, but a very simple putt to secure your eagle. If you're enjoying the free content here and want to make a small donation to help support the channel, you can do so in one of 3 ways. You can click the thanks button below the video, you can use the PayPal link in the video description down below, or you can become a channel member as well. All donations and support greatly appreciated. Now, with this hole, we're going to go with the extra mile and a kingmaker because we need distance and side spin. 4.5 top spin, 3 bars side spin to the left. Red ring touching the rough on the left at the top of plus 14 with extra mile 8. P3 max with extra mile 7. Extra mile 6 may not have the curl that you need here, so you might need to tweak this one. Extra mile 9, you'd be at the top of plus 13. Adjust max plus 10 power 3, no need to push up. Going to take our shot and we're going to use 3/4 ball curl to the left. Hitting perfect here. Great left and great right are both going to be absolutely safe, providing they are minor ones. And we go along the fairway nicely. And the drive here you want to be around 350 to 355 yards. Second shot, if you've got sniper 9 plus, you're going to be fine here. You will need between 1 and 1.5 top spin, always 3 right spin. If you have a lower level sniper, add your spin, stretch out and find your position, and you will need to push up rings that you needed to stretch out. So if you stretch out 2 rings to find your position, make sure after you adjust, you push up those 2 rings again. Here I'm pointing at the pin, 2 green squares short. In the video, I play max plus 5, but this is over adjusted. So you've got 2 options. You can reduce and try max plus 0, or you can aim, for example, about just off the right edge of the cup with a ball guide. I'd be tempted to try 0 elevation first with a token or 2, but the speed is very good here. Top spin takes us nicely, just missing about a cup to the left. So either tweak the elevation or the aim. On this par 4, we're going to play with a Titan and the extra mile, 4 top spin and 1 left spin. We're going to aim with the bullseye directly over the rough, but don't worry, this is not where we're going to bounce because we adjust to a higher point. it pushes our bounce point further down. So plus 11 with the extra mile 8, plus 13 with extra mile 6 and 7, bullseye just over the rough. Max plus 10 is the adjustment. You can see it does take us slightly uphill, and you'll see, look at where the first bounce is now when I take my shot. You'll see it's nowhere near the rough. It's comfortably beyond. Perfect ball, no curl, no overpower, and we want to write down our drive distance. Getting a good roll out here, it's going to be around 350 yards. Second shot is all about lining up correctly with the Grizzly. This is a tough one to drop, but we've got an example drop here for you. 2 bars of backspin is all you need, and zoom in as best you can. It's tricky to see down that slope, but you want to try and have that ball guide pointing at the pin. You can see there from the slope it just curves to the right slightly, so the last bit of the ball guide pointing at the pin. For a 349-yard drive, you're going to play mid-distance, 0 elevation. If you've got a longer drive, you reduce by 2% slider per yard. So if you drove 350, you play it 48% instead. 0 elevation here, and like I said, it's all about getting your aim point right. Perfect ball away, though. With a good aim and a nice adjustment, is going to have a good chance at a drop, catches the slope nicely, and falls for the eagle. We're going to go with a rough bump and the quarterback on this par 3, playing with a navigator. Add spin first, 3.5 backspin, 1 bar side spin to the right. If you have a high wind here above kind of 6.4, you might want to switch to a Kingmaker if you can. Top of the inner green ring touching the rough line with the ball guide through the hole. So 2 references to use there once you've added your spin. And then we're going to adjust mid plus 20, power 1, settings. Mid plus 20, power 1, for me that is 6.1 rings for a 6 mile per hour wind. Might need a wind angle tweak or 2 depending what wind angle you get, because obviously they always vary slightly from hole to hole when you're playing different practices and all of that. You will get some variance, but mid plus 20, power 1 drops nicely. Hole 9 here, this par 5, playing with a berserker just to remove the need for overpower and being able to reach for the approach. We're going with 4.5 top spin and 1 bar side spin to the left and aim just left of centre on that fairway patch up ahead. Topper plus 28 with extra mile 8, P5 max with extra mile 6 and 7. Then we're going to adjust max plus 10 and then take our shot. We're going with just before the circle drops as overpower, so about half a ring of overpower. Then I move over to the left and go with inner wall left curl. So find a point before the circle breaks first, dragging down vertically, and then move over to the left and apply your curl. Drive distance, 381. Then you're going to use your plus yards here. Find the little funnel with the red ring touching the rough. You'll see the ball guide doesn't move that much at all. Then you're going to need top spin. The crucial part here with this headwind angle is having the ball guide sufficiently through the hole. Otherwise, you're going to be short. So add a bit more top spin, tweak the side spin if needed to get the ball guide going through the hole. I would recommend you have the ball guide going 3 green squares through the hole. Plus 1 with Sniper 9, going to play at 70% slider, 0 elevation. I'm using Sniper 10 numbers just for reference, and this is going to have a very good chance. Using the power 5 ball here so that you're not needing overpower on the drive or the approach. Best way to attack for an albatross here for this par 5, which falls very nicely. Thank you for watching this video on the Rewind tournament here on the channel. For more Golf Clash content, whether that be discussions, free guides, and other shot sharing posts and content, please check us out on Facebook. Go and search for BK Golf Clash and join our free Facebook group. Looking forward to seeing you all over there. Good luck, everybody. See you soon. Bye for now.